and welcome to Office Hours today. Welcome to your USP, how to make sure you don't compete with others, so that I know exactly why I should choose you over anybody else. Okay, we're going to work through a couple of things here today, really straightforward. Some are easier than others, and what I want to share with you is just some of the really good, simple stuff that we can use to make sure that you nail this off. So hopefully you can all see my screen, a couple of slides that we've got here today. Okay, can I get a nod? Fantastic, awesome. All right, well, let's jump into things. If we finish ahead of time, fantastic, we'll go conquer the world. If we don't, then we'll take as long as we need to. It's a really good opportunity for you to work through this exercise as we go, because we'll be able to answer some questions, bounce some ideas off. But this is all about your USP, why I should choose you over anybody else. Okay, so your unique selling proposition, or your USP, if you haven't heard of it before, basically what it is it's really, really important for your marketing, okay, for your team. It's so that your team and your market can understand exactly why they should choose you over anybody else. It's not your logo, it's not your tagline, it's not your company values or your mission, okay? Your unique selling proposition is based on your people, your product, and your process and price, okay? It's why you are head and shoulders different to, better than, or unique to everybody else that's out there, okay? So in an essence, it's a one-page document, no more than one page, that's going to identify the who, the how, the why, and the what your business is all about, okay? Now, we've broken this down into a 15-part one-pager so that you can really easily answer some of the questions and come up with your unique selling proposition, okay? Because if you can nail this down, it's going to help you write all your copy for your marketing, your social media in half the time. You're not going to have to think about things too much, because by following this one-page dashboard or this one-page sort of template, you're going to have all the copy blocks in place so that you can essentially pick them up and put them wherever you need them to be, okay? It's going to help you clearly and concisely convey to people why they should choose you over any of your competitors. And it's also going to help you work out where you're really good at and where you can improve your business on, okay? The biggest, most important thing I see, though, is it's going to help you improve all your copy across all your mediums, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, your wow pack, your website, okay? And it's going to help you write things really quickly. So what I'd like you to do is open up this document, okay? It's available in the chat now, and we're going to fill in the gaps in the template as we go through it. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to, at the end of the office hours, edit, refine, and improve your one-pager with the help of myself online now, and by having a little bit of a sit down and think about things, okay? Then send it through to us. We'll help you refine it. We'll help you edit for certain things. And then I want you to print it out and put it on the wall, really big writing right in front of you, so that you can use it every time you're writing copy, okay? And every time you're doing any social media stuff, because I want you and your team to know it and to understand it, okay? So let's walk through the 15 steps quickly. And then what we'll do is we'll jump into the Word document and we'll start working through the Word document together and filling out your one as well, okay? So step number one is we want to set the foundation for your offer. What we want to do is we want to call out your exact perfect target market, okay? Attention young families, okay? Step two, we want to open with the promise, how you're going to achieve X result in X time without certain objections, okay? Point three, evidence of truth. So we want to bring in some social credibility here, okay? How many years of experience have you got? How many jobs have you completed? That sort of stuff. Then we're going to roll into the connection. People buy from those that they know, like, and trust. How can they know you understand their problem, okay? Again, how many jobs have you done? Why are you a specialist in what you do? What's your exact niche that you command? Step 5, okay, your story. Gain authority over objection and give hope. So this is one where you've done your magic story before, okay? And if we can nail off these 5 steps straight away, we're going to have a great opening to a lot of your copy, okay? Step 2, build value. So what we want to do is we want to provide a logical solution. This is your how we work with you, your marketing guarantee, okay? Next up, we're going to identify the benefits and the features. So we're going to mostly focus on the emotional benefits using the SO rule and bullet points. So what I mean by the SO rule is we use a quality assurance checklist so that there's no quality defects, there's no callbacks, meaning your job finishes on time to a standard above that of the industries. Okay. Step 8 is we implement some social proof. Again, some statistics can work well at this point. So for example, it's, as you've seen with our job at XYZ Blue Street, we did a villa restoration, and it's meant that, and by following our how we work with you process, we were able to move in ahead of schedule. Step 9 is make an offer. So briefly explain what the very next step is for them to get in touch with you. Step 10 is add the wanted premiums that people want. So a lot of people in doing high-end stuff might want design help. They might want free storage. If they're doing renovations, they might want a temporary kitchen if they're getting a big reno done. Okay, what's the wanted premium that you might be able to offer people as part of your service? And then we come into the close. So reverse all the risk, okay? Maybe you're going to meet them on site. It's a completely free consultation. It's typically valued at $1,000, but it's free. We want to, maybe they get a physical booklet or something that's really real. Reverse all the risk from them onto you. Add scarcity. So people need to be compelled to act now, or most simply won't. So loss of the premiums works really well typically. So if you're giving a free design consultation, there might only be 3 available. If you're giving, free storage, or maybe there's, a set move-in date, it might be in conditions of the calendar, you being booked into the calendar before an X date, okay? And then firmly make your offer. Okay, command them to buy. Warn against inaction, illustrate the pain of inaction, and then lastly, recap and hit all the reminder points. So what you're going to do, if you can do this clearly and concisely, is you're going to probably end up with 1 full page of size 12 font, okay, which is your unique selling proposition, a really clear breakdown of exactly how you're going to help somebody, and you're calling out your ideal client. What you're going to be able to do with that at this point is you're going to know what you're good at, areas that you could potentially help work on from a marketing perspective. And secondly, you're also going to be able to take little copy blocks out of here, little paragraphs here, little paragraphs there, okay, and put them in your social media, put them in your info pack, put them on your website, okay? Let's walk through the document that you should all have in front of you, okay? This is the Word doc. It really is this easy, okay? So open that one up and we'll walk through this together. So step 1, call people out. Do you have a section and a plan or a builder? Do you have a section but no idea where to start? Looking for a builder who knows design? Looking for a building company who love eco homes? Attention young couples, attention expecting parents. Like all you want to do is have a look at all the jobs you've ever done that you really want to get more of. And there's usually a bit of a profile there, where do they hang out? What are they interested in? Okay. And, if you specialize in a really specific type of job, right? Reclads or bathrooms or kitchens or, eco homes or passive homes or whatever, then we should be able to call them out like that. Okay. So step 2, how to result in timeline without objections or fear. So if you're wanting a dream home result in the next 6 to 12 months, timeline, and want to avoid the horror stories and budget blowouts and time overruns, then take a look at this without objections and fear. Okay, so we're using a bit of a formula here, so you just need to fill in the blanks. So if you're wanting, so most people in this situation don't know where to go next. They know they want to add something, they want to add some extra space and brighten up their home before summer, but feel lost in the decisions that keep popping up. Do I need consent? Should I go with an architect or builder? What will it cost? That's another example. So here at XYZ Construct, we deliver passive homes built to time and without, so timeline, and then objections and fears. Without the expensive horror stories you hear of cost and time overruns, or the stressful nights of project decisions and uncertainty of next steps because of our, okay? So that's fears and objections. So guys, type a couple of those in for yourself. You can use these, you can version these, okay? And you might come up with like 6 or 7, 2 or 3. There's no magic number. But if you come up with a bunch of these are really good openings for social media posts, for emails, for all that sort of stuff. Step 3 is evidence of truth, okay? So you can do these separately, but you can also do these working through them and put them all together so that they all make one big long thing. Ingrid, you can download the form from the chat box. I'll just post it in again. So that one that I've just posted in, the one that I've just posted in now is the 15 steps. The Word document's just gone into the chat as well. You'll find the chat sort of in your Zoom drop down. So step 3 is build evidence of truth. And we want to immediately give the audience hard evidence to believe the promise. So essentially, give us something real, give us something tangible. We've worked with X number of people locally, using our preferred partners and local teams of 7, local team of however many, with over X jobs completed in the last X number of years. So with over 15 jobs completed in the last 4 years, or we only do reclads, meaning we live, eat, and sleep everything to do with reclads. We've refined our exact process, and over the last 7 years and 100 projects, we've seen it all. Okay, so really refine and show somebody a reason why, a strong reason why they can believe in you and they should continue to listen to you. Okay, so that's step 3. Like I said, step 1, call out your specific person. Step 2, come up with 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these how-to result and timeline without objections and fear. Then we want to build evidence and truth really quickly, and it's at this point we can slow it down, and now we want to build some connection. So how can they know you understand their problem? It's a little bit like that first statement at point 3, but we can go a little bit more in depth here. So maybe we're a young family too, and know that it's like going through, and know what it's like going through the build process from a cramped home to one that fills all the needs that you're after. We work with clients who don't want the group home solution. That's the same for everyone else, but instead want to work with a small team, one-on-one, and achieve a home that they can be proud of and that they can live in together. Okay, so build connection. What's the thing that you can connect with your client on? Are you in the same, social position? Are you have the same family structure? Do you have, are you live in the same neighborhood? Do you have the same hobbies? Do you do the same things in the evenings? Or are you strict, when you get home, do you like doing the same things as these people? Maybe getting a glass of wine and sitting on the deck, or coming home and relaxing, or coming home and looking after the kids? Like, what can you connect with your ideal customer on? Okay, so try and build a connection at this point. Step 5, your story. It's at this point you can also start bringing in some of your processes and marketing pillars that you will have hopefully set up. So we provide our 5-star guarantee to make sure that you can we can hit your project out of the park and deliver a high quality project to time and budget while maintaining a strong communication process throughout with us and our team, so you can have the trust to leave your biggest investment with us, deliver high-end residential build you're over the moon about. Okay, so that sentence is a bit long, but it's basically hitting the communication, timeline, budget, trustworthiness, communication, and quality in that one sentence. Okay, so gain authority over rejection, give hope, show them that you got a process in place for something. Okay, that's step 1. So step 2, we're going to build value at this point. Provide a logical solution. So reveal your solution. That's why we like to give your your guarantee a name, and why you should potentially think about giving your how we work with you process a name as well. Okay, so don't just call it like a how we work with you process. Like, this is your signature system, right? This is your way that you deliver a result for people. What's your 8-point construction success framework that delivers a result for people? What's your Dream Builder 11-point plan to take you from idea to completion in just 12 months, right? So give people a logical solution, show them that you have a framework, something real, something tangible in place. Okay, and at this point, you're going to draw on your how we work with you most likely, and you're possibly also going to draw on your marketing guarantee. Step 7 is identify the benefits and features. So mostly emotional benefit, and use the so rule. The so rule is one of the most important things in marketing. You can at this point use bullet points. Tie this in with your above bullet points. So basically, if it's the how we work with you, we meet you on site so that you can get to know our team and how we work with our members. Okay, we do weekly site visits so that you part of the job process. We answer questions for you face to face. We do a fixed price contract so that there's peace of mind around budget. There's no nasty budget blowouts. We do a pricing preliminary budget so that we get a very accurate timeline, a clear budget in place, and we're able to make sure that we're the best builder for you moving forward. Okay, so use the so. So is the most important word in each of these sentences, so that benefit to the client. Okay, and we're tying that in with step 6, providing a logical solution, which is your how we work with you process. And each of your points of the process will have a so in them. So point 2 of the process might be meet them on site for a site visit, so that benefit to them. Next up, provide testimonials, statistics, benefits. Okay, this process was used on these jobs that we're most proud of. John Smith from 72 Blue Street, who did a villa reno and was able to stay in the loop with the project and never felt stressed out or anxious about the timeline. Insert quote from his video testimonial. Okay, that emphasizes that. Or insert quote from the video testimonial. We're basically saying, what's the benefit? We're screaming it out at the person reading this, at the client, and then we are showing the social proof. So rather than somebody having to watch your whole video testimonial or see just a quotation mark testimonial, we're actually going to highlight the benefit exactly. Okay, next up, start making the offer. Okay, so as you can see, these all started with a success call. Maybe that success call is the very first thing that you've got in your how we work with you process. So basically, call the initial get in touch call where you use your script to qualify somebody whenever you want them to get in touch. So when a lead comes in and then you're going to get in touch with them, call that something like a success call. Call it like you're not going to call it a qualification call or anything like that. You're going to call it something fairly helpful. Okay, and make sure that they're aware that that's the first step that they can get in touch with you on. And that's the first step of the offer here, okay? We want to make it sound like something that's low risk to them. So calling it something like a dreams to reality session sounds like they're getting quite far down the rabbit hole. Could be a renovation audit, a renovation checklist call, could be a new home check. Are you ready for your new home? Or something like that. But that's the initial offer. All right. Outline the next wanted premiums. So like I said, these are things that people in your target market are actually going to want. All right. It's unlikely, like if somebody's doing a renovation, they might want a temporary kitchen. They might want storage for all their stuff. And you potentially do these things anyway. But you can, if you don't tell people what you do, they're not going to know that you do it. Okay. So we want to tell people what you do. There's no point being the best kept secret. And if you do a temporary kitchen for people, or you do, temporary loo or whatever, then make sure that they know about it. And you can add this in as a premium. Okay, and a premium is something that you get as a bonus benefit for doing that first primary offer that you want somebody to do. Okay, you can normally tag on a dollar amount to it, and for example, a lot of people that deal with high-end builds, their clients really care about design, so they might have found a strategic alliance through their BNI or something, And that strategic alliance might be a graphic designer, sorry, not a graphic designer, a interior designer. And together they might have got together, and you'll be able to offer an interior design consultation valued at X number of dollars, okay? And you can use that as a premium. So when you book your success call today, you'll be able to redeem an offer of a free Dreams to Reality session valued at X number of dollars if you get in touch before June. It can be time deadline, or it can be a number deadline. All right, next up, we're going to start closing them quite hard. So we're going to reverse all the risk. Rather than having the risk scale in your favor, we want to basically physically and emotionally transfer it onto us. So it's easy to get started, and if you qualify for the next stage, we'll even come to meet you at your place. Plus, it's free. All you need to do is email or call, or text is a very low risk thing, okay? Because they don't actually have to talk to somebody and feel like they're going to get sold, okay? And answer some really easy questions so we can work out how to help you best. Again, reverse the risk. If we can't, then we'll politely point you in the right direction. But if we can, we'll get started on the visit and your dream project sooner. Okay, so try and reverse the risk at this point. Things that also work are saying that you'll send them something physical, okay, and also saying that you'll go and meet them rather than them coming to meet you. We want to add scarcity. Now, this is the best way to get people to take an action, and scarcity can be on time and or availability. People need to be compelled to act now, or they just simply won't usually. So loss of premiums typically works best at this point. So if you want to learn more about how you might be able to work together and redeem your free design consultation, then you need to call now. These are only available to the first 3 that get in touch, or these are only available until June, okay? So the premium that people really want, okay, at step 10 is going to get taken away if people don't act straight away. So work out what is the thing that your target market really want, okay? For investors, it's sometimes like a home valuation or home check or something like that. That's a premium that could be taken away. People don't act. And then step 13, firmly make your offer. So get in touch now, book a call to see if we're a good fit so that we can meet you on site and do some planning together in your free Dreams to Reality session, which is likely to be one of the most helpful pre-construction meetings you'll have. Okay. Lastly, warn against inaction. So make sure you don't sit back and use hope as a strategy to get your new dream home built. We've seen it all happen before. After all, we do this every day. Make sure you avoid poor planning, budget blowouts, timeline overruns, and guarantee build success by getting the right team around you. Give us a call now. Okay. Warn against inaction. What's going to happen if they don't take an action? They're going to be in the same place that they always have been. We're sitting in a dark, cold, damp kitchen, not being able to entertain, and having a bit of anxiety when anybody does come around because they feel embarrassed by their kitchen setup. Okay, and then we can recap. This is the final part. If you've got space, if you've got time, bullet point them all out, okay, and recap on everything that you've just gone through. All right, so guys, this isn't easy, but it's really helpful once you refined it a couple of times. What you need to do is you need to go through this and start filling it out for your position, for your ideal clients, and for what you do to help people. Once you've done that, step 1 of filling it out, step 2 is to send it through. Send it through to us, send it through to the team inbox, team@theprofessionalbuilder.com, okay? And we will refine it, we will critique it with you, okay? And then what you're gonna have, once you've sent it back and you've done some changes as well, what you're gonna have is you're gonna have 15 copy blocks that you can take out and put into social media. You can have on your wall in front of you, so that you know when somebody says, or somebody ever asks you, why should I choose you? Like, what makes you different to anybody else? You can go to, okay? Or you've got a full page, which is a very specific rundown of exactly why somebody should choose you, that you can put onto your landing pages, into your info pack, okay? Or even as a really long copy blog post, email, or Facebook, Instagram post, okay? And those long copy posts actually do really well. So guys, those are the 3 steps you need to take. 1, fill out this sheet. 2, send it through for a critique and a refinement with us and the team. And 3, once it's finalized, put it everywhere, put it in front of you, and make sure that you can write really concise copy, a really good copy that's going to hit the pain points of your target market, okay? So that you can actually generate some really specific, good kind of leads and be able to power through your copy and your marketing a lot quicker. Guys, I've run through this quite quickly today, but if there's any specific questions that you have around this, then type them in now, or as you're going, make sure that you get in touch and that you are asking lots of questions as you go through this, okay? It's not easy, but like I said, once you've got it done, you won't need to revisit it again for quite some time. So guys, fire away any questions that you've got. I'll repost the links into the chat box now, and what we can do is we've allocated a bit of time for the end of the week to have a look at these and to make sure that if there's any specific questions, we'll be able to refine your offers together. A couple of people asking for the link. I just posted it again. We'll jump into the Facebook group after this and I'll post it again. But guys, you're either going to go ahead and execute this straight away right now. Even just spending 15 minutes doing it is going to be really beneficial for you. Okay, or you're going to sit on it, it's going to pile up in a to-do list. I highly recommend even just print it out or spend 15 minutes now going through it, refining it, get a starting point to it, and send it through. We can help you refine it, we can help you edit it, and what you're going to end up with by the end of the week or early next week is a 1-pager of why I should choose you over anybody else. Now, this is important because it's going to help you with your marketing. It's also important because during the Builders Summit, we're going to be refining this a little bit further, and we're going to help you actually take the next step from here, okay? Which is a very exciting strategy, one that's part of our director's video and online strategy with a office hours that's coming up in a couple of weeks with Cam on how to run Facebook ads. So guys, if you manage to knock this one out in the next 15 to 30 minutes, office hours in a couple of weeks with Cam on Facebook ads will be that much easier. So once you're finished, send it through to team@theprofessionalbuilder.com. That's team@theprofessionalbuilder.com. Question from Pat, should we have this as brief as possible, but to cover your points and then to have other checklists as supplements? Yeah, make it as brief as possible. Like, we don't want to go too in depth, and we can refine it once you send it through to the team inbox. We'll make sure that you're on the right track. So just start. Hardest part is starting, and we'll go from there, Pat. So keep it brief, and we'll make sure that we're on the right track. Awesome. All right, team. Well, we'll wrap things up here. I'll give you a bit of time to go and execute. You can leave and do it yourself. I'm going to hang online for another 2 minutes just to see if any other questions come through. Otherwise, here's to your success. Let's go smash things, and let's take over. Too easy. And remember, send it through. We're here to help. Looking forward to refining some with people, jumping on the phone, helping them out, working through a couple of different offers that people are going to come up with. All right, team, take care. I will see you online, if not in your inbox. And here is to your success. See you, team.